question to everybody online that's trying to rewrite the past when it comes to Steve Dahl's Disco Demolition. I will get into it today, but he's not homophobic. He's not transphobic. He's not racist. He literally put on the riot known as Disco Demolition, thinking nobody was going to come there. And now 50 years later, we're trying to rewrite the past? Man, funk that. It's almost like I'm from Chicago, so I would know. In your heart, you know he's right. Just being honest.
Doors closing.
Hi, this is Ryan Hoppe's mom, and you're listening to Happy Hour.
Welcome back to Happy Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
Yes, now. What? Now. If I hit this button, boom, the whole program's gonna start. Okay, well, hit it. All right.
Happy Hour starts in 4, 3, 2. Happy. This is Happy Hour with Hoppe.
Where we at? Always going in, never doubt it. Never worry about the dollar. Need a source or trending topic. We the hottest, search about us. Competition microscopic, never copied. I'm a giant rolling weed up, now we flying. H-O-P-P-E. 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 You already know Happy Hour in your system.
Oh, yeah. Before we get into all the national days that we've missed out on, do you know what today is, unfortunately? Yes, we're alive. Yes, we should be grateful, but also it's Monday.
Hey, guys.
What's up, G?
Want to go to Chachki's? Get some coffee?
What is it?
Early.
I gotta get out of here. I think I'm gonna lose it.
Uh-oh. Sounds like somebody's got a case of the Mundus.
One more time.
Sounds like somebody's got a case of the Mundus.
One more time.
Sounds like somebody's got a case of the Mundus.
And finally.
Sounds like somebody's got a case of the Mundus.
Did you know yesterday was National Fried Chicken Day?
And a little bit of chicken fried.
Yeah, we're not playing country music. Also, today is National Dive Bar Day.
Welcome to the show.
What is this?
It's a dive bar, sir.
According to the Oxford English Dictionary, dive bars got their name because of their location.
I've never seen a dive bar this clean.
Well, this is the sleaziest, most dangerous dive bar.
Today being National Dive Bar Day.
How do you want to celebrate?
Well, I know this dive bar.
A National Dive Bar Day. Celebrate your favorite watering hole.
To the dive bar!
Belly up to the bar with the big boys.
Showtime!
And today is also National Tell the Truth Day, which is something you don't do at dive bars. Whenever you go to a dive bar, you always embellish yourself when you're trying to pick up a woman.
Can you tell me what day it is?
You want answers! I want the truth!
Well, truth be told,
you can't handle the truth!
I'll tell you what day it is.
It's National Tell the Truth Day.
Don't lie to me.
I'm not lying.
The truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Tell the truth! Tell the truth!
Truth Day? Now they want the truth. You know, the truth shall set you free.
The truth is...
It's showtime.
All right. We got so much to get into, but I want to begin the show on a serious note. So I grew up in Chicago, and my whole life I heard about Disco Demolition. Disco Demolition was an event. It was a doubleheader White Sox game. That was 98 cents to get into the game for the White Sox. That is the most boomer thing ever, to have a baseball game be 98 cents. And it was led by Steve Dahl, who was mad that he got let go at the radio station, I believe it was WDAI, that became Disco. So then I believe he went to 97.9 The Loop and was mad that he got let go. So he did a riot where you would bring disco records and they would blow them up. And that's all it was. It was just a bunch of, crazy kids in their 20s in the 70s partying, blowing up records. My uncle, who is the most unracist, unhomophobic, unxenophobic, untransphobic person, was at that event. And he left right before the madness began, and then the security guards would not let him back in. My teacher growing up went to Disco Demolition. A lot of people went to it. It was crazy. It's one of the most notorious nights in Chicago history. And what's been driving me nuts, and I first noticed this, so I listened to Steve Dahl's podcast on Saturday or Sunday, but it was from like 4 days prior. And I'm not going to even talk about the headline, but he was reading a newspaper article that was saying that he's a terrorist for putting on the event and saying all these bad things about him. And I first noticed that people were beginning to rewrite the past on Disco Demolition. When I was dating my ex, she was really into those crappy Gen Z podcasts. And this one Gen Z podcast was saying he's a xenophobe and racist and hates black people and is transphobic. They were just trying to blow up disco records to mess around. Steve Dahl didn't even think anybody was going to go to the event. He's one of the original quote-unquote shock jocks. Like when he was up in Detroit in the mid-'70s, Howard Stern was doing music radio, and the whole alleged rumor is that Howard Stern kind of copied Steve Dahl's personality, but made it a little more dirty and pornographic. Like Steve was dirty, but Howard ran with the like porn star meets kind of Jerry Springer vibe. But it drives me absolutely nuts when I was driving around with my ex about 3 years ago, and she puts on this podcast, and they're saying all these things about Steve Dahl that are not true. Now, Steve Dahl may have had an ego. He may have had flaws in life, but we all do. But I interned with him 12 years ago, and I grew up listening to him every afternoon with my dad on 105.9 WCKG. And then I listened to him on Jack FM, and he's literally the original like talk show host. And then he's one of the original podcasters because after he got let go at Jack FM, he started like the first pay podcast. And he makes great money from it. And he's got wonderful grandkids and a wonderful wife, Janet, who's a very lovely person inside and out. He's got an amazing life. And then I see people online saying all these things about him. First of all, you weren't at the event, so how dare you assume that they were against black people or racist, which is the same thing, or transphobic or homophobic. He was just trying to blow up disco records because he was mad he lost his job. And second of all, maybe if this went on in like Birmingham, Alabama, or Atlanta, Georgia, maybe some of those traits might be true. But this took place in one of the most blue cities, in one of the most liberal cities of all time, being Chicago. So wouldn't you think if there's an event in Chicago that maybe it would not be racist and transphobic and whatever people try to say about Disco Demolition? Also, Steve Dahl, his last time he was on the radio, he was at WLS 890, which is Republican talk radio. And guess what? He ended his show, the last show ever, by calling it Hate 90 because they say hateful things on that station, which he doesn't do. He rants and, as a quote-unquote shock jock, but he doesn't. I've never heard him say the N-word. I've never heard him say the F-word for gay people. It drives me absolutely nuts when I see these people, and I don't even want to give these articles or these podcasts the time of day because then you'll go look it up. People on Reddit, people on documentaries say all these horrible things about him. The man may have had an ego or whatever, but he ran Chicago. I'm going to say this. Steve Dahl is the Simpsons of radio, where without the Simpsons, there's no Family Guy and everything. Without Steve Dahl and Steve and Gary and Steve Dahl's show on WCKG, there's no talk radio because everybody else was doing music radio at that time. And Steve Dahl is the one who changed the game. And I do believe I will be interviewing him soon. And he's a really good guy. He is fighting cancer, and I believe he's in remission. I don't want to speak on it, but he's an amazing guy. He's an amazing talent. And to see people try to tarnish his name over an event that was 46 years ago, and you weren't there, in a city that's liberal, again, it's insulting to everybody who went to that event. It's insulting to Steve, and it's insulting to the city of Chicago. But the thing is, people don't care about facts. This is the problem with the woke movement. It's cool to be woke. That's fine. I believe in gay rights, all rights for anybody. As long as if you want to be gay or change your gender, just don't make me do it. I don't care. But when you try to make things that aren't, transphobic or homophobic or racist, and you try to make them that, then you're making the woke movement look bad. And by trying to make Steve Dahl look like any of those words is false. Steve, I got your back. You're literally the greatest Chicago talk show host of all time. Without you, there's no Howard Stern. Without you, there's none of the other shows that were in Chicago. You are the OG. You are the GOAT. I wouldn't just put Steve Dahl on the Mount Rushmore of Chicago radio. I would put him on the Mount Rushmore of radio. Again, without the Stever, there's no talk radio.
This is not headline news. It's World Chocolate Day. Your favorite chocolate says a lot about you. For example, if it's white, it says, I don't understand the point of chocolate. Today is the National Day of Rock and Roll. You can sit this one out, Imagine Dragons. Jurassic World Rebirth made $147 million this weekend, and Ozzy Osbourne's final show was a hit. My point, the world loves dinosaurs. Research shows that too much screen time can slow a child's development. So if you want your kids to be geniuses, they should only listen to the radio. Ringo Starr turns 85 today. All he wants is peace and love. And pudding. This is not headline news.
856-49-HAPPY. That's 856-494-6773.
Today's show was brought to you by July 7th. You blew off your finger on the 4th. Found it on the 5th.
It's in the bushes.
Reattached it on the 6th. And you're back at work on the 7th like nothing ever happened. Until the tape gives out just as Mary from accounting drops by with photos of her patriotic chihuahua. Cue the scream. Not from the pain, from the outfit.
This weekend, Hallmark's Christmas in July begins with Christmas at the fireworks stand. He's a buff CrossFit competitor with rippling pecs and a bad case of ED. Who owns a chain of fireworks stands. She's a smoking hot professional
This is making me miss Christmas.
cabinet maker who's trying to balance extreme shyness with a love of hard wood. Is his firecracker a dud? Or will sparks fly? Come on, what are you?
856-49-HAPPY. That's 856-494-6773. Joey Chestnut wins his 17th hot dog eating contest. I find those absolutely, positively ridiculous and repulsive. I know that Joey Chestnut's a really good dude. I've heard he's an amazing guy, but it's still freaking repulsive.
70.5 hot dogs
70
and
downloads.
buns in 10 minutes. The Nathan's famous 4th of July champion of the world, Joey Chestnut. How do you feel?
I was excited. I love being here.
About to go to the bathroom.
Man, I wish I had ate a couple more. I'm sorry, guys. I'll be back next year.
Repulsive. It's funny how other countries in the world don't have any food, and then you got these people just stuffing their face with food. It's repulsive. Teens guilty of bullying could lose their driver's license. Here is an attorney talking about the new law in Tennessee.
A lot of these cases won't go to trial. They'll wind up getting resolved. Basically, if you're convicted of this, your license is going to be suspended for the year. You can get a limited license, but you're going to be stuck with that 1-year suspension.
If that was the case in Illinois in the late 2000s, early 2010s, everybody I went to school with would have lost their license because they treated me like crap. A super speeder arrested minutes after new law goes into effect in Florida. Florida just added a new super speeder law where driving over 100 miles per hour can land you in jail for 30 days. A guy got caught going 104 just 2 minutes after it went into effect. Here is the audio of the man being pulled over and talking, and Lieutenant Tara talking about the new law.
The reason being stopped, the speed limit's 70 miles an hour. You're doing 104.
If you're doing 50 miles over the posted speed limit, or again, 100 or more, you could face 30 days in jail and a $500 fine. Or
what about that politician and that superintendent that got caught doing it? Are they going to go to jail?
Or both. Wow. If you do a second time, it could be 90 days in jail.
Oh, good. That's the important things in Florida. Not at all. I know they do an okay job of cracking down on sex trafficking, but sometimes when I'm driving around Tampa, I just know when someone's a sex trafficker. They just look like scumbags. Mm-hmm.
Hey, Holmes, it's Little Puppet. And today I'm going to teach you some Spanglish.
Yeah.
Little Puppet's Mexican word of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Órale. This is for all of you who didn't pay close enough attention in Spanish class.
Got it.
And have never danced around a hat before. All right, here we go. Today's word is for all those religious homeboys, eh? It's pastor. Here it goes in a sentence so you could understand it better.
Yep.
Órale. See, I was tired of my Jaina Maria, and my homeboy Ricardo thought she was firme, so I gave her to him, eh? I just passed her. Get it, Holmes? I just passed her? Because ain't no fun if the homies can't have none, ese. Órale, Holmes. This is much funner than Spanish class, que no? Tune in.
That is from 2010, part of the prep service. Most people wouldn't have the balls to play it, but I just did. All right. We had a good first segment, man. I think this went pretty well. Defended Steve Dahl. Chicago radio goat. God, goat is the most overused freaking word ever. But we had a good segment. We played some of the prep service audio, and we're going to get to celebrity news. All right, here's the new. It is Monday. Feeling a little drowsy, but doing this show is helping me wake up. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to come back on Happy Hour and get this party going after this.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
It's time for Hoppy in the morning.
RyanHappyRadio.com.
Happy Hour will be right back.
You probably had Taco Bell before.
Whenever we're going outside, all I smell is poop.
In the nuts, and we'll call it a day.
As a reminder, if you don't feel like listening to this next song, you can skip over it. But Ryan Hoppe of Happy Hour takes pride in his selection, so stick around, folks.
Yeah. Sean Mac, Bogus Boys collaboration, you dig? We keep it all Chi-Town, you understand? Cause we getting money. Sean Mac, Premier, you dig? Don't feed the killers. Don't forget to check out Bogus Boys. MySpace.com/Bogus Boys Infrared. You dig? Sean Mac, Premier, Chi-Town. Let's do it.
Raised on the south side of Chicago. Gang bang all my life, nigga, all I know. Moving on the op on the beat song. My teacher asked me what I wanna be. Said a G for the beat stars. Never false flag from the load of the wild hunters. Neutron killer nigga, you either ride under the 5 or the 6, and you better know your lick when you walk up in the county and they ask what you is. All well GD, Vice Lord, Latin King, BD, MC, New Breed, Spanish D. They living by the creed in the state of Illinois. Chief Steel pull rank on the streets from in the joint. I've been appointed a position of authority within this organization. You don't wanna war me, so act accordingly before I put it in effect. You catch a ugly violation if you disrespect.
Laying in the ditch, ain't nobody playing, bitch. Cock it back and spray the tip. Everybody say the shit. Shot time. From the hundreds to the low, east to west and to the pole. Motherfucker, lay it low. Everybody say it.
We in the middle of the action. In the midst of the gunfights and stabbing. You better have that card with you when you pass it. Cause we are making express spot cast it. Better ask in the Illinois boys grinding. I don't think a nigga out here who will really drive it. See, I'm highly respected. You know the way we see gangster investor. I got board member status, we'll connect. And we believe in the gym and we elected. A force to be wrecked. You got a death wish, you go against your brain. Time to die now. We got rules and regulations in the shot time.
Laying in the ditch, ain't nobody playing, bitch. Cock it back and spray the tip. Everybody say the shit. Shot time. From the hundreds to the low, east to west and to the pole. Motherfucker, lay it low. Everybody say it, Joe.
Shit, I don't know what you heard. All I know is care self-recording when you come to Chicago. Make sure you understand that we gangbangers. We don't care about no damn rap. But on that note, let's get this shit straight. I ain't the one to lip box, reaching back and forth on a mixtape. Even though you say that's hip hop, but nigga, I don't play. A motherfucker this county gon' get popped. Nah, I ain't waving a threat. I'm just letting you know when the dough, I'm as gangsta as it get. Now play with it like you think I'm joking. We'll come shoot your town up, bounce on the first thing, smoke it. Charlie, it's that real. I'm telling you, don't let this fucking rap shit get your ass killed. Goofy, that beef ain't shit to me, especially when I just signed the deal. I need the publicity.
Shot time. Laying in the ditch, ain't nobody playing, bitch. Cock it back and spray the tip. Everybody say the shit. Shot time. From the hundreds to the low, east to west and to the pole. Motherfucker, lay it low.
Everybody say it's your shot time. Many laying in the ditch, ain't nobody playing, bitch. Cock it back and spray the clip. Everybody say the shit shot time. From the hundreds to the low, east to west and to the pole, motherfucker laying low. Everybody say it's your shot town, 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 yeah, Chicago shit, honor it, or else. Turn that hat straight to perpetrate around here.
Oh, yeah, that was LEP Bogus Boys with Chi-Town, Chicago's anthem.
It's time for Hoppy's Inbox, only on Hoppy Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
In a second, I will get to this really strange text message I got. But let me go through some of my Facebook messages. Last night I posted, and we'll talk about the Jeffrey Epstein thing in a second, but I posted a meme that said, if I was the president and the whole world was calling me a pedophile, I would release every page unless I was there, and it shows them like 20 pictures with Epstein, and someone goes, it's all of them. Every single politician is bad news. Both sides are compromised. Do not fall for any of these fake heroes they give us also. And what's funny is I love the dude who wrote that, but I think he's MAGA, so I think he's trying to be like, everybody does it. I don't know about that. Next comment about the Jeffrey Epstein thing of them saying Trump didn't go. Lee Ruiz, Ted Webb's kid, Tampa radio legend. Wolves guarding the hen house. I hate this country. My mentor and friend, almost like my uncle, Topher Morrison, says, and watch how all of MAGA goes, yep, that makes total sense. I suspected so all along. The deep liberal state just made it to destroy Trump. I'm going to give my opinion on that its own segment. I don't want to get into it right now. It's not really fun talking about pedophilia. But I got this weird text message. I was in the best mood on Saturday night rather. I get this text message from an 813 number that I have never heard from. I think it was a burner account. Now, there are people in Tampa Bay that don't like me. There are people that are friends with Mike Calta and want to be a part of the cool crowd. So they were friends with me when I worked there, but now they're like, oh, it can't be near you. We got to keep Mike happy. You're all whipped. You get this weird text message. Just imagine this. I got done recording my show on Saturday. I went to the beach for work. Like, I'm in like a good mood. It's always when I'm in a good mood, I either get a text from my mom if she's mad at me about something, even though it's weird to say at 31 years old, or from my girl, or, you know what I mean? Like, whenever I'm in a good mood, I'm afraid to be in a good mood because something might happen. I got this message. This is from an 813 number. Hey, bro, there's a group taking off on you on Facebook regarding something with Ian Beckles and you being cheap. A few of us are fighting for you and going to war. We got your back. All right. Let me separate what I'm going to say about the haters online to my opinion of Ian Beckles. Everybody knows that Ian Beckles and I had our falling out. I didn't appreciate Ian Beckles telling people not to hire me as a podcast producer, but I should have gone to him man to man and talked to him about it and not talking smack at the chill room 2 years ago. But me and Ian, I think, are good. I saw him at Maria Carranza's Awakening into the Sun Festival in March, and Ian Beckles said, hey, Ryan, mother effing Hoppe. And we shook hands and hugged, and we talked for 2 minutes. So I don't even know what this Facebook group was about. I don't care. I'm just addressing it. I think me and Ian are good. I don't think Ian's talking smack. If Ian's talking smack about me, so be it. In my heart, I know we patched it up, whatever it was. So there's part A. So what I'm about to say does not go with my opinion of Ian Beckles because I want no drama with him. Because then I just get text messages from everybody in South Tampa, okay? I love Ian Beckles. Dignitary is great, okay? Now to you mutants in this Tampa Bay area. Listen to me. And listen to me very carefully. I know a lot of you are hardworking blue collar. I know a lot of you work your ass off. You got a family you don't really care about. A lot of you are criminals. A lot of you are cheaters. A lot of you are scumbags. A lot of you are drug addicts. I like to use the word mutant. I'm not talking about Ian Beckles. But a lot of these listeners, specifically my Calta listeners, it's called a parasocial relationship. You think you know the person. You don't. Do you think maybe if you're defending a radio show that has a lot of enemies and you see that the people that have worked for him hate them, why do you think that wouldn't happen to you? I don't even know what people were saying in this group, and I don't care because I had a great weekend and I hung out with my friends. I'm just addressing the fact that if you really think I suck at radio, I hear people go, oh, on the boat, and they say you should be on the radio. You don't hear people saying, should Alex Cooper and Call Her Daddy or Joe Rogan be on the radio? You're using the same ears if this show is on terrestrial radio or not. You're using the same ears. You're just trying to attack me because you're bored. And it drives you nuts that I left that station on my own terms. Now, people saying that I'm cheap. Do I always tip a lot? No. If I don't have the money, I have never not tipped somebody. And if I didn't have the money to tip somebody, I say, hey, what's your Zelle? I'll pay you when I get paid. And I always do that. So that's BS. But to say that you guys on Saturday night are arguing over me. Think about it this way. Oh, geez, what's that noise? Think about it this way. You can't stand me. You can't stand my voice. You can't stand my Midwest swagger. You think I am just awful. You think I'm the worst? Oh, you messed it up with that ex-girlfriend of yours. You messed it up with my... Okay, cool. But you're talking about me. You know that short lifetime you get where somehow you're created, if it's through a sperm bank or through traditional sex or whatever, you're given this life. And in that life, when you're dying, your life's going to flash before your eyes, and you're going to be having memories of arguing about me, the person you claim you don't like. Oh, I can't stand Hoppe. He's so cocky, he's so tall and handsome. You can't stand me, but I'm in your head, Tampa. You can't stand me, but I'm in your head, Cleveland. If you can't stand me, listen to me clearly. I'm speaking to you, person who's clenching their fists, getting mad that the former bitch boy of Mike Calta and Rover is not taking crap anymore. You're getting mad that I have an opinion, that I'm no longer the whipping boy. Oh, you're getting mad because I see you guys. You all got those grumpy Facebook pictures and you guys view my stories over and over. Glick Chris, Shane Moss, see all you guys viewing me. I can just tell you're angry that I'm doing it on my own. But guess what? Listen to me carefully. If you don't listen to anything I ever say, this is all you need to listen to. If you can't stand me, if you think I'm the worst, don't ever talk about me again. Bye. See you later, alligator. But you're obsessed. You're fascinated that somebody that had a cushy job being a whipping boy for a shock jock said, no, life is short. I'm out of here. They got lied to by Mike Calta. The same person who would lie to you if you guys hung on with him. He's not your friend. He's an entertainer and an average to above decent entertainer. Is he Howard Stern or Johnny Carson? No. But can he pull in 180,000 listeners in Tampa? Yes, that boy's got talent. Okay. So if you can't stand me, bye. See you later. You'll be back. You always are. Adult porn star Kylie Page celebrated sobriety milestone before her overdose. She celebrated 60 days of sobriety before her passing the next day. It is so weird to think that I've made love to myself looking at that girl. And now she's not here. It's very strange. The funny part, one time I was watching August Ames like 7 years ago, and maybe 8 years ago, and I found out that she was dead right after when I Googled her. I felt gross. I have this rule that once, you're dead, I can't watch your porn. Like Cagney and Carter blew her head off. I can't watch it. That was my favorite. I had a parasocial relationship with her. Justin Bieber shares sweaty detox selfie as fans show support. Justin Bieber is a freaking mess. If this was any other dude flipping burgers at McDonald's, you would call him a loser. But it's Justin Bieber. Oh, he means well. Does he? He cheated on Selena with Haley. Rapper Trippie Redd is arrested while trying to board a flight in Miami. Rapper Trippie Redd was arrested and dragged out of Miami International Airport as he tried to board a flight to France. Born Michael Lamar White. He had an active warrant for a 2023 incident for an invalid driver's license case. Yeah. They're just trying to get him for anything. And his mugshot, he looks demonic, man. I don't really believe in demons or anything. But you look at him, and he looks absolutely out of his mind. So Jason Kelce put up a picture of him with fireworks. And the caption said, "Man, I love the 4th. One of the great days we all can set aside our differences in this country and enjoy the one thing we all share in common, that we are American. Cheers to you, oh beautiful America." People didn't like that. Now, I know there's a lot of chaos going on in this country. I get it. It's a little strange out there. But at the same time, just because you don't like America doesn't mean Jason Kelce can't. I noticed it's a lot of older dudes, like a lot of Gen Xers that are kind of past their prime that don't like him. It's okay. Influencer Steffi Cohen arrested for domestic violence, and she's a power lifter. So that domestic punch was big with those muscles. Like when you see a hot-ass girl and you see her mugshot, Carmen from the Mike Helseth show, and you just know that she's a sociopath. You just know that she's bat crap crazy. Yeah, she's nuts. This is sad news. World Series champion from the 2005 White Sox, Bobby Jenks, dead at 44 after cancer battle. It just reminds you that you never know when you're gonna go. Kristen Cavallari continues to show off new boob job. The body count, the sex life of Kristen Cavallari, it's like you don't think she sleeps around with a lot of guys, but then you start to go, you start to count on your fingers, and you're like, wow, she's got a huge body count. She really gets around. Alex Cooper booed at a White Sox game.
Her daddy and CEO of Unwell, Alex Cooper.
That is.
All right, Daddy Gang and Cubs fans, are you ready?
I love her.
You've never seen something like this before.
I did.
A 1, a 2, a 3. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd.
Okay.
Bobby's a peanut and crackers.
This is terrible, and I like her.
I don't care. Never come back, so let's root.
All the boomers are like, who is this broad?
The Cubs.
I was at Disco Demolition.
If they don't win, it's a shame. So it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old game.
The part that she messed up on was trying to sound like a man And then the other part was that she couldn't continue that voice and was laughing too much. She deserves the booze. Go talk about BJ's and shut up. You know what's funny though? She's like a millionaire. Worth like $500 million. So she's laughing her way to the bank. Male escort said that Cassie loved Diddy's power. He is suing Diddy and Cassie for drugging, manipulating, and traumatizing him. We're learning way too much about Cassie. Like, if I'm Alex Fine, you know, Cassie's husband, I must just feel like the biggest beta male that I am just dating this girl that has been run through, you know? Get out of there. Bye-bye. Here's the audio of the male escort talking about Cassie. That's going to be weird. Like, imagine in like 6 years, Cassie's kids are going to be looking up online and finding out that her mom got an abortion. And they're like, I wasn't one of them.
One, I was in an economic position where I really needed the money. Two, Mr. Combs is incredibly powerful, and Miss Ventura had no problem ending her use of that power.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is like she didn't deserve to get beat up by Diddy, but she ain't innocent.
Which has actually been revealed now because we've heard recordings of her threatening people. We've seen text messages. There are many different sides to people, and even Cassie is a normal individual. She has herself. There's a side to her that people don't know, the side that manipulated Sean Combs' power, the side that embraced his power and his position.
She's a cloud chaser.
Position to do things that she wanted. So I was always afraid if I stopped coming, then I would start having problems.
Don't care anymore. Maybe a little more.
Because she threatened me several times to come. And
all right, I can't listen to this. How is it? Maybe he's not a millionaire, because I say that about a lot of millionaires that have bad microphones. Maybe it does make sense that a male escort has a bad microphone.
Happy hour. Happy hour.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
RyanHoppyRadio.com.
Happy hour will be right back.
You probably had Taco Bell before.
Whenever we're going outside, all I smell is poop.
In the nuts, and we'll call it a day.
As a reminder, if you don't feel like listening to this next song, you can skip over it. But Ryan Hoppe of Hoppe Hour takes pride in his selection, so stick around, folks.
Now niggas know I'm from New York. But shit, I love California, yeah. From back when NWA rock the black and gray raid and shit, or some gangster shit. Niggas wasn't thinking about hoes and how maintenance the coupe with the translucent roof. I done two-tone the blues just to ride up the strip for the look on sunset. From sun up to sunset, niggas be on some pimp shit. But you already know this. If you ever know this, by the looks of me, baby, I'm holding it. I ain't telling if you ain't know when I'm a dawn. Meet me at the Mondrian. I'll be sitting out front in the back watching the Star is Born. And you ain't getting gone, at least no time soon. Cause we heading over to the Viper Room to get high on whatever your heart desires. But you can start giving head while we ride sunset. Come on.
Get so wet, so it's gonna be the night being like you forget. I make you feel good while we ride, so good while we ride. Can we take a ride up and down the sunset? Go right on my fly, watch my body get so wet. So it's gonna be the night, baby boy, you won't forget. I make you feel good while we ride, so good while we
You
ride.
already know California's the mecca of hydraulics. The switches on low riders, the Dayton's on gold wires. West siders throw it up, my nigga, it's all love. I'm calling out every grip and blood in LA. Essays hit the strip on dubs, let's hit the club. My bitches in stars stripping for dubs. Mommy, what's up? Lambo doors up. When they see me, they show me love. Honk the horn, pull over and roll up. The chronic and blow dubs. Better hope it ain't no gunplay. Cause Sunset Friday is Crenshaw Sundays. And I love LA like Snoop Love and 6 Trey. Where would I be without Dre to live and die in LA? All we know is low riders and sex. And what happens on Sunset stays on Sunset. Got the whole strip throwing up dubs. And since Pac died, it ain't been no California love.
California. gets so wet. Tonight's gonna be the night, baby boy. I'll make you feel good, so good. Can we take a ride up and down the sunset? Go right on my fly, watch your body get so wet. Tonight's gonna be the night, baby boy, you won't forget. I'll make you feel good while we ride, so good while we ride.
Ghost ride your whips for the bay, just under shades. On, sitting on chrome, candy painted in parlor. 6'4", 6 deuce, continentals with suicide dogs. Can't help but floss when you in Los Angeles. Just learn your dress codes, B's and C's, cause it's all about the G-code. Niggas fucking these free calls, I'll be in that Botanicals. Niggas stacking these Legos. Bitches moving that milk no more, less than a day old. Riding down Rodeo with twins that resemble J-Lo. Uh-oh, they wanna get the lick and the pimp in the right places. I promise I'll be patient before I get to replacing the bitch. I mean, there's two of them, shit. That means there's 4 lips at one time around one dick. And they doing it while we hitting the strip in the back of the 6. Sunset, we riding high on it.
Take a ride up and down the sunset. Go right on my fly, watch your body get so wet. Tonight's gonna be the night, baby boy, you won't forget. I'll make you feel good while we ride, so good while we ride. Take a ride up and down the sunset. Go right on my fly, watch your body get so wet. Tonight's gonna be the night, baby boy, you won't forget. I'll make you feel good while we ride, so good while we make you feel good while we riding, baby. So good while we riding, baby. So good while we riding, baby. And your love just drives me crazy.
Oh, yeah, that was Ja Rule with Sunset, rather. This following segment has been brought to you by the best kava and kratom bar around. That being Southeast Botanicals. 1661 West Bay Drive, and that is in Largo. Sweet Bee. If you go there and you tell Colin I sent you, he will hook you up with the Ryan Hoppe discount. And he'll definitely hook you up. 1661 West Bay Drive, Sweet Bee in Largo. This is also being brought to you by DZ Honey at DZBZHoney.com. When I tell you they got the best Delta 8 CBD honey around, I am a man of my words. Comes in the form of a lollipop, lick the lollipop, the wrapper, a honey stick, or a jar of honey. However the hell you want to get high, go to DZBZHoney.com and at checkout use promo code Hoppe, HOPPE. WestChasePrinting.com. Had a brain fart. The best printing company in all the Bay Area. Amir Academy of Martial Arts at AmirAcademy.com. 2700 22nd Street North, and that's in St. Petersburg. Oh, I got to put on some manly music when I talk about my barber. Rich Cayley. I sound like Alex Cooper at the Cubs game. Rich Cayley. Master Barbershop at richkbarber.com. 4545 West Kennedy Boulevard. And that is in Tampa. You want a manly haircut? All right. Go to richkbarber.com and there you will save $10. But you got to sign up ahead of time. You can't go, hey, Rich, can I get a haircut? You got to go to richkbarber.com, and when you do, you'll get hooked up. Save $10. This is being brought to you by counselingoncall.net. Are you mentally ill like me? Mm-hmm. Go to counselingoncall.net if you live in Florida or Maryland and get hooked up. And finally, Fortify.com. FORTIFEYE.com for the best pre and post-workout around. At checkout, use promo code Ryan20. All right. Let's do a little funk dad, and then we will get back to my show. Does that work with you? Is that cool? Question to the Trump supporters out there. How can you possibly believe that your boy did not go to Pedophile Island? You think he was doing business deals with those 20 pictures with Epstein and the picture at Planet Hollywood's opening where his daughter's sitting on his lap and Epstein's right behind him? Man, you're either a bunch of morons or you're a bunch of liars. Funk that. And we will get to that in a second. But let's go.
Doors closing.
And now, something completely different.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
It's Hoppe Hour!
Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
Whoa! Happy hot topic!
Brooks Nader is getting candid about a recent wardrobe mishap.
I feel like these wardrobe mishaps are the most overused phrase ever. It's like, unless your nipple or your vag is out, shut up.
While attending Wimbledon July 4th, the model gets a surprise visitor that puts a damper on her otherwise chic tennis spectator ensemble, documenting the hilariously relatable moment on TikTok. Captioning the post, tries to be chic, starts period at Wimbledon.
Oh, wow. Well, that's smart.
And fans quickly take to the comments to applaud Brooks' sense of humor and vulnerability.
Oh, it's hilarious. No, they're just trying to bang him.
With one person writing, absolute queen, keeping it real for us ladies. And another saying,
wrong button.
So real.
You slay, girl. You're killing it.
Real for putting this online because it happens all the damn time to us. Let's normalize it. Still look 10 out of 10 though.
All right, she does look 10 out of 10. That's the honest part of that story. Don't even know what that means because I seem like an honest enough a story. What is going on? Here.
Whoa! Happy hot topic!
Tiger Woods and Vanessa Trump's relationship is very serious, and they could even be heading for marriage, a new report has claimed. It was revealed that the golf icon was dating Donald Trump Jr.'s ex-wife back in March. The couple then publicly announced that they were dating 10 days later, but their relationship appears to be moving fast.
Oh, yeah. How long until someone cheats if it's not already happened?
And they're now reportedly considering tying the knot.
Right.
According to a source who's close to Trump, they're very serious and were described as wedding bell serious. The insider added, she's so happy. She's finally found happiness.
Yeah, this is going to end in a womp, womp, womp.
She's found happiness for the first time in her life. President Trump gave Woods his blessing over his...
Oh, that's good. You need his blessing. He's a freaking creep.
Sean Diddy Combs' fellow inmates are celebrating his acquittals.
That's freaking sad. Man, we're in this era because of our president. And listen, I'm indifferent about Trump. I'm starting to really not like him as I get older. But here's the thing. We're in an era where the rich and elite are getting away with everything. Get ready. Strap in.
After the music mogul, who pleaded not guilty to charges of sex trafficking, racketeering conspiracy, sex trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion, as well as transportation to engage in prostitution, was found guilty on 2 counts and not guilty on 3 counts, Combs' fellow inmates gave him a standing ovation.
Bunch of thags.
Per attorney Mark Agnafilo, for avoiding
I hate that Mark Agnafilo guy. Just says bitch slap face.
Potential life in prison charges. As the attorney told the Associated Press in an interview published July 6th, they all said, "We never get to see anyone who beats the government."
Money, money, money.
And as for how Combs reacted to hearing his verdict, according...
This makes me sick, man. I don't even want to hear. I'm just so over it. You literally can get away with anything if you have money. It's sickening. The only difference is you have something called money. You're another human being. But you know what? The sooner we admit that we're screwed forever, the better.
I love being a mom. It's the best decision I ever made for my life.
It's amazing that we happen to do this together.
It is.
Katy Perry and Orlando Bloom sticking together as a family despite calling it quits on their relationship.
Everyone's a teacher in a relationship. That's how I see it now. And
oh, really?
We've taught each other a lot.
Oh, you're teaching me so much.
I think we both hold each other accountable as best we can, you know.
Not anymore.
A source tells ET the former couple will continue to be seen together as they prioritize co-parenting their daughter.
You know, like Katy Perry's one of those women, and when she says something really rude and just walks away, and you're like, did you really just say that?
Daughter Daisy, with quote, love, stability, and mutual respect.
That's good.
She's my gift, I think, for doing all that work too. We intentionally brought her into this world. We knew we wanted to have a child. We knew we were going to, okay, let's do it. Let's do it as a celebration of all the work that we've done together.
Hell yeah, all the sex.
And create this being. And so she's the gift. She is exactly what I get.
I don't care. It sucks that she has to have you as a mom. I don't care how much money you have.
For doing that.
I think my level of compassion, being a father, you know, you kind of have a new sense of responsibility.
Whatever, then. You do you, Bill.
Justin Bieber proves he will always have somebody to love.
I get what they did there. It's a song.
The singer takes to Instagram July 6th to share a series of romantic pics hugging wife Hailey Bieber. Captioning the carousel of images, my forever and always.
That's cute.
This sweet post from Justin comes as rumors continue to swirl around his and Hailey's relationship.
Yeah, they're in a loveless marriage, like morning radio.
The pair, who tied the knot in 2018, have been the target of intense speculation surrounding their marriage.
I got
which
it.
only intensified when Hailey was spotted out and about last month on several occasions not wearing her wedding ring. However, the Roadskin founder has set the record straight on their relationship several times before. Most recently opening up to Vogue about how the negative gossip has affected her.
Yeah, it's because you know there's some truth to him.
Especially after welcoming her and Justin's first child together, son Jack Blues Bieber, in August.
I don't care anymore. I can feel my audience checking out. We know she's a side chick, and that's what she'll always be.
Yo. Ryan Hoppe on the mic.
That's me.
Breaking down the scenes. NBA drama. Living out the dreams. Ex-wives wildin'. Stories about the queens. Dropping knowledge bombs all in on the schemes. Hoppe's loose, man, he knows it all. From scandals to the court, rise and fall.
Oh, yeah.
Tune in, now you'll have a ball.
Whatever.
Hoppe Hour got that shit.
All right, here is Chris Ball. He does play ball. Here's Chris Paul talking to Jamel Hill, who I can't stand. She's racist against white people. Here he is talking about why this next NBA season will be his last.
Whoa! Happy hot topic!
And then after that, we'll go to break.
How much longer do you intend to play?
At the most, a year. You know, I just finished my 20th season, which is a blessing in itself. Yeah, I've been in the NBA for more than half of my life, you know, which is a blessing, but it's definitely these years you do not get back with your kids, with your family. I'm born and raised in North Carolina, so my granny, who watches every single game that I play every single night, those moments, I just don't get to see her and hug her along with all my uncles and aunts as much as I love to.
You are going to be an unrestricted free agent officially July 1st. Yeah, that's right. I'm putting you on the hot steam right from the beginning. We ain't no warm up or nothing. No softball question, anything. So what's the move? What's the plan?
I honestly don't know. Seriously, I don't. It's actually a weird place to be in because for my entire career, I've pretty much always known. I mean, last summer I was an unrestricted free agent too, but for most of my career, I've always had an idea of where I was going to play the next year, but no clue.
No clue. Okay, well, let's start with the most basic question. So the plan is to play.
The plan is to play.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, many people are quite aware of the fact that you just happen to be really good friends with LeBron James. The Lakers maybe could need a point guard. I know they got Luka, but I'm just saying, you live in Los Angeles. I'm connecting some dots here.
I do. My wife and my kids are in LA, and I mean, I say this just about every time I talk, but the past 6 seasons, I've played where I was in Oklahoma first, then Phoenix for 3 years, Golden State for a year, and then San Antonio last year. My wife and my kids have been in LA all 6 of those years. So that's tough. I love to play basketball, but I love my kids and my family more. So that is going to weigh a huge part on my decision on what happens next year.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
RyanHoppeRadio.com.
Happy Hour will be right back.
You probably had Taco Bell before.
Whenever we're going outside, all I smell is poop.
In the nuts, and we'll call it a day.
As a reminder, if you don't feel like listening to this next song, you can skip over it. But Ryan Hoppe of Hoppe Hour takes pride in his selection, so stick around, folks.
Hey, listen, I got a new dance for y'all. They got that Superman, that Batman. What y'all know about that Peter Pan? Hey, let go. Slide to the right, slow it up, crank that motorbike. Stop, walk it out, do my dance, crank that Peter Pan. Why me crank my Peter Pan? Why me crank my Peter Pan? Man, these hoes can't do my dance, why me crank my Peter Pan? Then you slide to the left, 2-step, crank that Roosevelt. Do it by yourself, with no hand, crank that Peter Pan. Why me crank my Peter Pan? Why me crank my Peter Pan? Man, these hoes can't do my dance, why me crank my Peter Pan? Man, these hoes can't do my dance, so they need to stop it. Jig with it, not free, pop, lock and drop it. Man, I'm fly in this thing, no doubt. It's a route, we make it rain. They clear it out, now snap. This a flash flood warning, man, my niggas got money. And I laugh at broke niggas, cause all them hoes funny. When I stuff up in the dope, bitches hold they man hand. Follow me to the floor, cause it's time to do my dance. Got your man eyeballing like the way I do my thing. Wanna buy me a drink, like his name was T-Pain. Man, my whole clique fly, like in Neverland. Every Neverland, everybody everywhere. Gonna crank that Peter Pan, yup. Slide to the right, so it up, crank that motorbike, stop, walk it out, do my dance, crank that Peter Pan. Why me crank my Peter Pan? Why me crank my Peter Pan? Man, these hoes can't do my dance, why me crank my Peter Pan? Then you slide to the left, 2-step, crank that Roosevelt. Do it by yourself, with no hand, crank that Peter Pan. Why me crank my Peter Pan? Why me crank my Peter Pan? Man, these hoes can't do my dance, why me crank my Peter Pan?
I make them stop, drop and roll, cause that nigga he on fire. If I hate to tell you different, then damn it, he a lie. I ain't even gotta try, dancing in my blood. 4-5 on my side, so that nigga still a throw. I'ma crank that Michael Jackson, hee, crank that Thriller too. Everybody clear the flow, why me, this is what I do. 1-2-step, Steve Harvey with them square toe. Mustard lame niggas on the wall with them square hoe. I'ma take it back to heartbeats, call me Eddie Kane. Twinkle toe, Fred Flintstone, watch me do my thing. Cat William with it, baseball bat, then I hopscotch. Roosevelt, let's shout it from the back, if she top notch.
Slide to the right, slow it up, crank that motorbike, stop, walk it out, do my dance, crank that Peter Pan. Why me crank my Peter Pan? Why me crank my Peter Pan? Man, these hoes can't do my dance, why me crank my Peter Pan? Then you slide to the left, 2-step, crank that Roosevelt. Do it by yourself, with no hand, crank that Peter Pan. Why me crank my Peter Pan? Why me crank my Peter Pan? Man, these hoes can't do my dance, why me crank my Peter Pan?
The sound is so sweet, like Willy Wonka made it. My mama say the dance is all too complicated. I say mama, the music on like jumper cables. Turn the music on and do it like me, baby. Hey bartender, pour me up a big cup into the DJ, man. Turn that bitch up, crank that bitch up and let me see you, Peter Pan. Got more wood in your mouth than Derek Jeter's hand. I'm talking to the pussy niggas standing on the wall. The club is a gym, bitch, and we came here to ball. You always come and never do shit, that's why I fuck with the white around your lips.
Slide to the right, slow it up, crank that motorbike, stop, walk it out, do my dance, crank that Peter Pan. Why me crank my Peter Pan? Why me crank my Peter Pan? Man, these hoes can't do my dance, why me crank my Peter Pan? Then you slide to the left, 2-step, crank that Roosevelt. Do it by yourself, with no hand, crank that Peter Pan. Why me crank my Peter Pan? Why me crank my Peter Pan? Man, these hoes can't do my dance, why me crank my Peter Pan?
They say my skin peanut butter, so I get the Peter Pan on. Women looking at me like that boy think he the man, home. Other niggas trying it, but they got the whole dance wrong with both thumbs out. About to fly to Neverland, home. Watch me crank that Peter Pan, quit hating on me, Captain Hook. You can learn to dance too. All you got
Peter Pan. Why me crank my Peter Pan? Man, these hoes can't do my dance. Why me crank my Peter Pan? Then you slide to the left, 2-step, crank that Roosevelt. Do it by yourself, with no hand, crank that Peter Pan. Why me crank my Peter Pan? Why me crank my Peter Pan? Man, these hoes can't do my dance. Why me crank my Peter Pan? Yup.
Happy Hour will be right back.
Oh, yeah. Let's go through all the sponsors right now. I never get freaking podcasts that begin their show with like 7 live reads or sponsors. I'm like, who's listening to that? If I were that sponsor, I'd be pissed off. Well, what do I know? A lot. This following segment has been brought to you by Cheeky Mouth Guards at getcheeky.com. When I tell you it's the best way to quit biting on the side of your mouth, I'm a man of my words. Getcheeky.com. Use promo code HOPPE to save 30%. Shimmerwood CBD drinks at shimmerwood.com. Use promo code HOPPE to save 30%. GetGoodFeels.com for good vibes THC drinks. Go to GetGoodFeels.com and use promo code Hoppy to save 20%. OldGlory.com for the best t-shirts around. Use promo code Hoppy to save 15%. Garden State Distillery Dirty Vodka. GardenStateDistillery.com. Use promo code HOPPE to save 15%. Aspire Green Tea Drinks at AspireDrinks.com. Use promo code HOPPE to save 20%. Afura Coffee. AFUERA Coffee.com. Use promo code HOPPE to save 20%. FSDrinks.com. For the best boba around, use promo code HOPPE to save 20%. Oh, you're looking for the best beef jerky? BigForkBrands.com. Use promo code HOPPE to save 20%. And finally, are you looking for a good energy bar? QuantumSquares.com. Use promo code HOPPE to save 20%. All of these are on my website, RyanHoppyRadio.com, RYANHOPPE radio.com. I would hope you know how to spell radio. Or it's in my podcast section. So whenever you listen to Happy Hour like you are right now, in the podcast description is all of that. We're going to come back on Happy Hour and keep this party going and going. But let's hear from Hammer and Hank, which you can hear the Hammer and Hank Show with Henry Oakes and Ryan Hoppy on Spotify by searching up Hammerin, HAMMERIN Hank Show, and check it out on his podcast feed.
People with autism are often treated like they are different. Believe me, we are. Hi, this is Henry Oakes, but my buddies may have known me as Hammer and Hank. I was labeled as slow when I started school. Come to find out at the age of 12, the doctors decided I was autistic. Now at the age of 48, I have completed an associate's degree in radio broadcasting and worked in the San Francisco Bay Area as an on-air personality. So yes, I am different. People with autism have no needs, no different than you. Laugh, love, and learn to get an education and join the workforce. I did it, and so can anyone else with autism. So when you meet someone with autism, don't feel sorry for them. Work with them. Find out for yourself that autism isn't a disease, it's a condition. To find out more about autism, please visit autismspeaks.org. Autism Speaks. It's time to listen.
Question out there to my haters. Like I said before, deep down you love me. You just never went after your dreams. And it kills you that maybe you make more money than me. Maybe you make a lot more and you got a bigger house, but you never went after your dreams. And I am doing that. You can either keep listening and admit you're a fan or go away. Either way, funk that. But for some reason, I think you'll be sticking around.
In your heart, you know he's right. Doors closing.
Happy Hour!
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
Yo, it's Happy Hour. Dial it in, let it spin. 6'9" giant where the show begins. St. Pete heat, Luna prowling by your side. Cats got claws, Hoppy's got pride. Happy Hour, we gon' laugh, we gon' vibe. Radio waves keep the morning alive. Celebs in the gossip, spilling that tea. Happy Hour tune, let it set you free.
Whatever.
Morning hits hard, but Hoppy's on deck. Talking wild stories, man, what you expect. Sex and the stars, he break it all down.
I got it.
King of the airwaves, crown on his crown.
Whatever.
Luna in the corner, just cool, just chill. Hoppy's dropping knowledge, got time to kill. Slap dirt, serve hot, extra spice on the side. Big man energy, keep the show worldwide.
Oh, jeez.
Happy Hour, we gon' laugh, we gon' vibe. Radio waves keep the morning alive. Celebs and the gossip, spilling that tea. Happy Hour, tune in, let it
fuck you, Dizzy.
Oh, Happy Hour.
You little bitch. Like, you're literally a little bitch, and one figuratively, and, you know.
Happy Hour, tune in, let it set you free.
856
6'9" frame, voice
49 Happy.
He's the morning
It's 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Happy Radio. You can always email me. RyanHappyRadio@gmail.com. And if you hate me and you're listening right now, tune out. But you'll keep listening.
Happy Hour, we gon' laugh, we gon' vibe. Radio waves.
Get over it. I'm no longer the bitch boy you used to listen to on your stupid morning show.
Man, let it set you free.
All right. What the hell is going on with Cardi B?
Stefan Diggs sparked breakup rumors. Just 1 month after hard launching her new romance with Stefan Diggs.
Yeah, but wasn't he like banging a bunch of girls with pink cocaine on a boat? They're not monogamous.
Cardi B is raising eyebrows with her social media activity. The rapper is sparking rumors as to whether she and the NFL star have called off their relationship.
Oh, they probably did. The NFL season's about to begin. And he's like, I literally need to run in more ways than one. I got to run, for touchdowns. And I gotta run away from you crazy Bron.
The June 1st post where they went Instagram official appears to have been deleted from both of their accounts.
Oh, that means it is.
E! News has reached out to Cardi and Stefan's reps for comment, but has not yet heard back.
That is an E! News problem. You notice you never hear back. You notice you're always saying, we reached out. But you never hear back.
Cardi and Stefan, who were first linked in October, confirmed their romance back in May.
Whatever.
Inside of Madison Square Garden, as they sat courtside while the Knicks faced the Boston Celtics.
All right, but there's that. All right. Here's how we're going to end Happy Hour. And I want you to listen to me very carefully. Donald J. Trump went to Pedophile Island. He went to Epstein Island. I don't want to say anything because he's not going to sue me, but I believe he did the bad things that went on at Epstein Island because there was an exclusive from Access. DOJ, FBI conclude Epstein had no client list, died by suicide. So, if he didn't have a client list, how did this work? How did we get the painting of Bill Clinton dressed up as a woman? Was that just found at a yard sale? If that's the case, why are there pictures of Donald Trump everywhere with him? Why are there pictures of Bill Clinton with this guy? Why is Ghislaine Maxwell locked up? I love saying it like that. If there's no client list, Ghislaine Maxwell should be released. If you're saying there's no client list, and that nothing happened there. Oh, it's just a bunch of guys playing cards. You know that Virginia girl that just died, the victim with Prince Andrew? Yeah, they were just playing cards. That's what she was traumatized for life. It's freaking ridiculous. And the Trump supporters, see, they're protecting him because he's on the paper. And then here's the thing. Elon was like, oh yeah, Trump's on the Epstein list. But guess what? When Elon said anything else about Trump, everybody was like, see, he's right. Doge, he's right. But the one time Elon says something about Trump going to Pedophile Island, all of a sudden you're like, oh, it's not true. And I know I'll get shadow banned on X and TikTok, and that's because you know it's the truth. This guy right here, Donald J. Trump, he pissed off Elon. And Elon had an arrest counter on Twitter that there were no arrests. It said the official Jeffrey Epstein pedophile arrest counter, and it's 0000 on Twitter. Elon just needs to admit that he's not cool. But here's how I'm going to end this video. Would a man who didn't go to Pedophile Island, would a man who didn't do that, would he say these things about his daughter?
Campaign. Thank you, everyone. Donald Trump has every right to be proud of his daughter. Ivanka is a successful, Ivy League educated businesswoman, author, and mother. She's now helping run his campaign and introduced her father at the Republican convention. Yet at times, his fatherly praise is downright cringeworthy, like on The View in 2006.
I said that if Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her. You know?
Stop it! Oh, it's so weird! Stop You know it. what? You are
sick.
Far from protecting his daughter from being talked about as a sex object, he has encouraged it multiple times. On Howard Stern's radio show in 2004 and then again in 2006.
By the way, your daughter.
She's beautiful.
Can I say this? A piece of ass. Yeah. She looks more voluptuous than ever.
She's actually always been very voluptuous. She's tall. She's almost 6 feet tall.
In May, Ivanka described herself as a feminist while defending her father on CBS after a scathing New York Times article about his alleged negative treatment of women.
Is there unending commentary on the female form?
No. I've known my father obviously my whole life, and he has total respect for women.
Please welcome the lovely Ivanka Trump.
Still, even Ivanka seemed confused when talk show host Wendy Williams asked about things the two have in common.
What's the favorite thing you have in common with your father?
Either real estate or golf.
Donald, with your daughter?
Well, I was going to say sex, but I can't relate that.
Donald Trump has always been proud of his daughter.
I'd call collect to his office. I was probably, 10 years old. He would pick up the phone every single time, and he'd put me on speakerphone. It wouldn't be a long conversation. He'd introduce me to whoever was in his office.
And he was front row when Ivanka took to the catwalk during her short-lived career as a fashion model. Still, Donald Trump repeatedly points out how hot his daughter is, saying last year in a Rolling Stone article, "Yeah, she's really something, and what a beauty, that one. If I weren't happily married and, her father."
My daughter, Ivanka.
Yeah.
She's 6 feet tall. She's got the best body.
Yeah, she's hot.
You know who's one of the great beauties of the world, according to everybody? And I helped create her?
Who?
Ivanka. My daughter, Ivanka.
Yeah.
She's 6 feet tall. She's got the best body.
Yeah, she's hot.
She's got Marla's legs. We don't know whether or not she's got this part yet, but time will tell. Well, I was going to say sex, but I can't relate that.
TikTok, clocks are juking, playing cruel pranks. Hoppe's hour almost done, feels like robbery in banks. Ryan Hoppe on the mic, dropping wisdom in streams. Syndicated sorrow, now it's time to shatter dreams. Oh, the Hoppe hour is coming to a close. Radio waves fading like a wilted rose. Laughter and joy dissolving in the air, but we keep the rhythm. Oh, life's just so unfair. But the laughter's growing dim. Eardrums mixing Hoppe like fingers without rings. DHX to FM, shoutouts hit the street, but soon the sound will vanish like shadows in the heat. Oh, the Hoppe hour is coming to a close. Radio waves fading like a wilted rose. Laughter and joy dissolving in the air, but we'll keep the rhythm. Oh, life's just so unfair. Phone lines buzzing, but the laughter's growing dim. Eardrums mixing Hoppe like fingers without rings. DHX to FM, shoutouts hit the street, but soon the sound will vanish like shadows in the heat. Oh, the Hoppe hour is coming to a close. Radio waves fading like a wilting rose. Laughter and joy dissolving in the air, but we'll keep the rhythm. Oh, life's just so unfair. Oh, life's just so unfair. Tuned in every night like clockwork to a show. Now it's time to face the silence like a TV on snow. Riot Hoppy held the mic with humor so divine. The void left in our hearts wider than a canyon line. Empty speakers, silent life are coming to an end. Like a roller coaster stopping round the river's bend. Hoppy's jokes and jabs, these are daily grind. Now silence louder than the thoughts we can't rewind. Oh, the Hoppy Hour is coming to a close. Radio waves fading like a wilting rose. Laughter and joy dissolving in the air, but we'll keep the rhythm. Oh, life's just so unfair. The Hoppy Hour is coming to a close. Radio waves fading like a wilting rose. Laughter and joy dissolving in the air, but we'll keep the rhythm. Oh, life's just so unfair.
Hoppy Hour. Hoppy Hour.
RyanHoppyRadio.com.
And like that, he's gone.
You probably had Taco Bell before.
Whenever we're going outside, all I smell is poop.
I'll kick you in the nuts and we'll call it a day.
Hoppy Hour is now over.
Happy Hour is now over.
Game over.
This concludes our broadcast day. Good night, and God bless America.
Doors closing.